Hello and welcome to auction number 5, where we're going to concentrate on some miscellaneous items. First is, it's just trucks, 1973 Ford Bronco, pretty loose over there. There. We'll start this one off on 20 Rand. The next item is this MAISTO pullback. We put it back to run by itself, BMW. I do think the door is open, got some really nice weight to it. Fortunately, it doesn't really give the sizes of these, but I suspect this would be like a 1:43. Damage over there. A little bit over there. We'll start this one off on 30 Rand. Next item is this BURAGO Mustang FASTBACK. Nice detail to the car. 1:43. The blister's a bit damaged down there. But the corners. We'll start this one off on 30 Rand as well. Next item is this Majorette CITROEN. You can see it's part of the Premium Cars edition. So Majorette is fast becoming one of my favorites because of the moving parts and really good shocks on it. Lots of good detail. This is 1:64 scale. We'll start him off on 30 Rand as well. Next item is BURAGO again. First of a couple of motorbikes we've got going over here. The 1:18 scale. So the BURAGO motorbikes are pretty good. I mean, they've really got lots of detail to them. Nice and heavy as well. Of course, this is the DUCATI. We'll start him off on 30 Rand as well. Next item is this Aston Martin DB5 from James Bond. If you look, you can actually see him sitting inside the car. 1:43 scale, nice and heavy. Comes in its own little box. Still sealed, never been opened. Lots of nice detail to it. So I don't think there's any moving parts. We'll start this one off on 50 Rand. Next item is this Checkers 60/60 1:12 scale. believe they're quite hard to get hold of now. You know, these particular ones, but they brought out different range, etc. We'll start him off on 10 Rand. Next item is BURAGO again. You've got the 458 Spider from Ferrari. I believe it is 1:43 scale. Yeah. So these items are nice to pull out of the box and put them into a display cabinet. We'll start him off on 50 Rand. Next item is from Fast and Furious franchise. NANO cars, they're tiny, but very, very heavy. Actually surprised how heavy this little packet is. I think it's like 1:87 scale. Still fairly. And we'll start this one off on 30 Rand. Next item is this tractor trailer combo from MAISTO. It's pretty damaged. I think it's a 1:64 scale. Damaged over there as well. I can see the card is very bent. It's also one you can pull out for display cabinet. Most of these will be for display cabinet. I think anything over the 164 would look good in display cabinet outside of the box, to be honest. We'll start him off on 10 Rand. Next item is also MAISTO. It would be this Wrangler Jeep. Also a part of their pullback series. So basically you pull it back and it will run by itself. It does look like the doors would open. Lots of nice detail to it. I think 1:43 scale. And we'll start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is quite an interesting one. It's called Days Gone. And there's a whole series of them. I see they retail for around about 10 to 15 pounds. Quite a nice talking piece, if you want to call it that. It is die cast. It is fairly heavy. You've got your horse, your carriage, your driver, your seats, your entrance at the back. We'll start this one off on 40 Rand. The next item is this Corvette, 1953 Corvette. It says 1:64 scale, looks a bit bigger. Very heavy, very, very heavy. That's a very, very nice. It's over 20 years old thing. You can see the blister is pretty damaged over there. But there again, like I say, it is one that would be nice to pull out into a display case. This is done by Racing Champions, also do quite a few like NASCARs, etc. as well. This was 50 years. This was in 2003. Also comes with its own license plate. We'll start this one off on 50 Rand. So here we have another motorbike. This one's by MAISTO. It's in their 1:43 scale, mounted. It can be removed. This would be the Suzuki GSX 1300 replica. Look, it's been standing on a shelf. Well, it's still on a shelf for many years. I tried to do a little bit of a clean up, but you might have to do that as well. Yeah. There's quite a bit of metal, quite a bit of plastic. We'll start this off on 30 Rand. Next we have the SKYLINE GTR R34 number NEX. It also looks like it could be 1:43. Also very heavy. Blister is pretty damaged up top over there. Otherwise a very nice car. It's also part of their pullback range, and the doors do open. We'll start him off on 30 Rand. Next item is Monster Jam. It's called the Zombie. So it does take a bit of a knock over there, where obviously there was a price tag or something. We'll start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is this plane. I'm not sure it does it. It just says China on it. Wheels to move. Yeah, not much I can say about this. We'll just start him off on 5 Rand. Next we get to the first of our Fast and Furious. This is Dom's Charger. So done by JADA. I think it's 1:43. although it does actually look a little bit bigger. The problem with things like JADA and MAISTO, they don't really put the scales down. Nice and heavy. Lots of detail. We're starting off on 50 Rand. Next item is another Just Trucks done by JADA. It's a 1980 Chevy Blazer. Again, like I said, I didn't give a scale. I'm thinking it's 1:43, maybe 1:32. It is pretty big. Nice and heavy as well. And again, like I say, it'd be nice to put this into a display case. It comes with its own little handle over there. And we'll start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is by MAISTO again, part of the 4x4 Rebels. They actually got quite a nice collection. So the doors do open. Again, one of the bigger sizes. This is possibly 1:43. It's a bit damaged over there. But really, when it comes to these, like I say, I think it's best to put them in display cabinet or display them somewhere rather than just leaving them in the boxes. And this one will start off on 30 Rand. Next item is by BURAGO again. So 1:43 Ferrari La Ferrari. You can see where there was a price sticker. Also a very nice item. These BURAGOs, especially the bigger ones, are very, very nice. Again, I think it's something that is best not kept in the box, to be honest. And we'll start this one off on 50 Rand. I really like this next item, but I don't collect anything bigger than 1:64. You can see it's very damaged over there. But I think they actually made a hole to put it on a peg because it broke off over there. Like I say, very, very nice. This Dodge Challenger SRT Street Road Track. Very neat, lots of detail. So the JADA Big Muscle stuff is very nice. Like I say, this box is pretty hammered. But there again, like I say, it's best to take it out. We'll start this one off on 30 Rand. Next item is one of these MAISTO 1:43 motorbikes. The range is pretty good. The quality is pretty good. Again, it's one that's been standing for a while on a shelf. So I have cleaned up a little bit, but it will need to be cleaned up some more. I usually just do the soap water and the earbud. They do make very nice displays. This one in particular is an APRILLA, and it's a Scarabeo, basically the same as a Vespa. We'll start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is from the Cars movie franchise. I think his name is Meta, I can't remember. There's a bit of a mystery to me, this one. As it is done by Mattel, Disney Pixar, but I'm not sure if it's done by the same people that do Matchbox, the same people that do Hot Wheels. I think it's meant to be 1:64, but it just looks a little bit bigger than that. So we'll start him off on 40. So next we have from BURAGO again, the Mini Cooper S, 1:43 scale. I said this BURAGO stuff is really nice. But like I say, I only collect 1:64, so I've got no need for it. See the blisters a bit damaged over there. Corners sticking up a bit. And we'll start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item, this is I've never heard of this particular brand. City Cruiser, Nure. Again, it's a Jeep Wrangler, 1:32 scale. Very heavy. So that's the box itself is quite damaged. But there again, in my opinion, take him out the box. It's actually extremely heavy. We'll start this one off on 20 Rand. We have another MAISTO 4x4 Rebels. Looks like a Chevy. The box is also not the greatest of conditions. Like I said, I do like these 4x4 Rebels. Looks like a door might be opening. Yeah, opening doors. We'll start this one off on 30 Rand. Next we have another car from the Fast and Furious franchise. So this time it's the Toyota Supra. Obviously by JADA. Again, it doesn't give the size. It should be like a 1:32 actually. It does look a bit big to be a 1:43. nicely done. We'll start this one off on 50 Rand. Next item is by MSZ. As you can see, it's opening doors 1 to 43. It's the RS5 DTM, which is your German tour car racing. It's got some pullback action to it. Lots of decal on it. Also a very nice item. Also something I don't think it's okay have the justice just sitting in the box the whole time. So if you've got a display cabinet, this is ideal for that cabinet. Very, very nice. And we'll start him off on 50 Rand. And the last item is BURAGO again. So BURAGO is very much Italian. Most of the cars, or all their cars, seem to be Italian. 1 to 32 scale. So you got some damage to the box over there in the corner. And this is the Lamborghini Gallardo Spider. If you can see inside over there. Cool mags. And that's the official licensing. And I think we start him off on 50 Rand as well.